What's up, y'all? Today I'm going to be going over the draft results and how everyone's going to be looking this season. Alright, let's do this. Wow, that intro was fire. What has the Commish been doing this offseason? I don't know, but damn. Well, anyway, going to be going over the draft by team. So without further ado, let's start this bad boy off with good old sons of bitches, aka Downtown Brown, alright? So, from the first round, we have Le'Veon Bell. Pretty good pick overall, I must say. Pretty safe choice there. Not a big fan of Mike Evans in the second round, but, you know, that's just my opinion. Maybe, you know, I got the peel last year, so what the hell do I know? And then Juju Smith-Schuster is your keeper and basically your last pick. Gotta say it's a pretty good outing there for old Downtown Brown there. And Aaron Rodgers as your QB. You got no real weaknesses, so got a bright future there, kid. See how this season works out for you. Next up, we got the Wizard of Hajj, aka
Nas. I need Nas.
Oh, come on, that never gets old. All right. Nas, I have what you may say is called a sexy team here. You got Odell in the first, you got Dalvin Cook in the second, and then you got Tyreek Hill in the third. Then you got Tom Brady. But you drafted Dez Bryant? Why? First dumpster pick. Your team's either going to kill it or you going to suck a whole lot of ass. Next up, we got Glenn's pimp hand, a.k.a. Men's, a.k.a. Yo Bananas Ain't Safe. He's got some pretty solid receivers in Julio Jones and Antonio Brown. Got Travis Kelce there, tight end, pretty solid overall. Running backs are a little iffy, though, with Kenyon Drake and Kenyon, however you say his name. And then Rashad Penny at running backs. So, I don't know. We'll see how that goes. But Kirk Cousins at QB, he got a good team this year. We'll see how far he goes. Next up, we got Dan Hylant, which is his team name and his real name. He had a pretty good draft overall, considering he had to do this.
Draft. You're a champ. You're a champ, baby.
What a trooper. Having his first round pick being a keeper, being Ezekiel Elliott, so that's pretty solid. And then Jerick McKinnon as the running back, so that's pretty good. And then Keenan Allen and Golden Tate at receiver. And then Jason Kelce at tight end, pretty good, considering Alex Smith likes his tight end, so I think it's a pretty good pick. And Philly's D. So overall, I think he's going to make his way up. Oh, and not to forget Deshaun Watson and Matt Ryan at QB, so he's got some options, so excited for him. Next up, we got I Hate Being the Best, a.k.a. the P.O., a.k.a. Don. All right. First round pick, Melvin Gordon. Second round, Devontae Freeman. Pretty decent running back, but we'll see how it goes. Drew Brees in the fourth, even though that's controversial, even though he's a future Hall of Famer, and he puts up thousands of yards passing and a shit ton of touchdowns, so fuck all you. I think he'll do all right. Other than that, a little pessimistic about this season, so we'll see how it goes. Hopefully just not back-to-back POs. Hey, crooks, do you know what these people all have in common? They're all draft dodgers, just like you. Luckily, Colin was there to make the picks for you, and he ended up doing all right for you. He got you Leonard Fournette and Jordan Howard at running back. Jordan Howard a little iffy last year, but Michael Thomas at receiver pretty good. Marvin Jones receiver good. Fitzgerald's always consistent, even though he's getting a little older. And then you also got Carson Wentz as your keeper. So despite you not being there, your team's actually looking pretty solid, and you may owe Colin a cold one after the season's done. Speaking of draft dodgers, our next team is known to be a serial draft dodger, but that's in the past. A.k.a. Loch Ness Monstars, a.k.a. Sadami. Oh, Loch Ness. Got it, Loch Ness. Whatever. Let's just take a look at this picture. I mean, look, he's regretting his picks overall. I mean, who picks Deion Lewis in the 6th round? But, I digress. DeAndre Hopkins as a first round pick, pretty solid. Stephon Diggs, pretty good. Zach Ertz, not bad at tight end there. Andrew Luck QB, a little bit of a rise, a little bit of a dice roller, but I think it'll end up working out for you. We'll see how this season goes. Don't forget about Carlos Hyde, Holmes. I don't know why his name is so funny to say with a Mexican accent. Hope you like Miguel. He may make a comeback later on this season. Next up, we got Team Abo, aka Big Tobacco, aka Yeti Monster. I vote going forward that your team name should be Big Tobacco, but that's just me. Team Apple's always had a solid foundation of running backs. This year being no different with David Johnson, Lamar Miller, and Tevin Coleman. Joe Mixon's kind of meh, but Devontae Adams pretty good. Jimmy Graham pretty solid. Demaryius Thomas kind of meh. We'll see what happens there. But the big takeaway from your team is you only drafted one quarterback. Cam Newton, solid, but a little ballsy. You're going to eventually need to get another quarterback, but that's just me. Overall, I think you have a pretty solid team going into this season. All right, next up, Turd Ferguson. Had a pretty solid first 3 rounds. Saquon Barkley as his first round pick, Christian McCaffrey, and then McCoy. So pretty solid overall. Not entirely sold on McCoy yet. We'll see how that pans out. Receivers, you got Allen Robinson, Jamison Crowder, and then Amari Cooper, who Mario's kind of off last year, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll see how that pans out. And then you got Roethlisberger, and of course you got Alex Smith as your other quarterback. Not entirely sold on the quarterbacks either, but that's just my opinion. And then, of course, you got Chris Thompson, who was known as a dumb pick in the fantasy draft. But you know what? That's just their opinion. They're the haters. Don't worry about it, kid. You might have a bright future. You might totally bomb this year. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Well, that's everyone. I hope everyone has a good season, even though that's not really going to happen because someone has to suck. So, better pay up them dues. 110 this year. I'm out. I'm just fucking with you, Stanko. I know I gotta do you too. And last and certainly not leastly is Team Stank. Is that gonna stick? I don't know. Is that a thing now? I'm gonna try to make it a thing. So his first overall pick was Todd Gurley, which I think as a consensus is a pretty good pick. And then second round pick was Gronkowski, a tight end, interesting pick. AJ Green, pretty good overall. Mark Ingram, suspended, has his second running back choice, interesting. And then let's just observe the rest of this draft board we got here. From Crowell all the way down to Parker, it looked like someone who was shit-faced was trying to put those stickers up. And then someone who had their shit together decided to put the rest of the draft picks up. Hilarious, whoever did that. And then, of course, you have Greg Zuerlein as your keeper. And this is it. This is the real ending of the draft analysis vid. I hope everyone has a fantastic Sunday.